The Timahur Chamber of Commerce and Industry, TCCI, has called for an indefinite shutdown of all shops and business establishment in Timahur to express their strong resentment against extortion by multiple groups imposed upon the business community by various groups by issuing press releases in the local diaries. The issue of multiple extortion and harassment made to the business community of Timahur by the various groups was listed as one the agenda in the cabinet meeting held on 26 April 2024. The cabinet, after thorough deliberation on the matter, has decided to inform the chairman, CFMG, CFSB, immediately through the Commissioner Nagaland and DGP Nagaland, to enforce strict implementation of ground rules of ceasefire and that the culprit will be put under NSA and detained outside the state. The decision of the cabinet was conveyed to the Commissioner Nagaland and DGP Nagaland for urgent follow-up actions. Accordingly, the DGP has initiated action by immediately written to the chairman CFMG and CFSB with a request that these various groups to be advised absolute adherence to ceasefire ground rules and that no unauthorized and illegal activities undertaken by the groups do not mediate the law and order situation in the state and created unrest among the business community in the state, particularly Timahur. Meanwhile, the Nagaland Chamber of Commerce and Industry, CNCCI, called for indefinite shutdown in the whole state with effect from 27th April 2024, alleging no positive response was received from the state government to address the grievances of TCCI. The staff officers for Chairman CFMG, CFSB responded that such illegal activities were a cause of concern for some time, which was deliberated in several meetings of the CFMG, CFSB in the past. And this issue has again been highlighted with the various groups. The government took serious note of the issue and directed DGP Nagaland to take strengthened actions against illegal activities. The government will leave no stone unturned over any form of illegal activities in the state of Nagaland, and that it is the fervent appeal of the state government upon the DCCI and CNCCI to call off the ongoing indefinite shutdown, keeping in view the helpless faced by the common people of Nagaland. Thank you.
Is the state government ready to fulfill all the 5 demands of the DCCI?
We have given a reply.
Sir.
After that, let them see our reply, our state government's reply.
As we understand from the letter of the DCCI's Charter of Demand, they are not asking anything from us as such. Okay, it's not that you have to give them, say, something, a mobile phone or a vehicle or something. What they are wanting is clarifications on the points that they have raised, and those clarifications are being issued today. Okay, they will be conveyed. We will try to share a copy of those clarifications today with the press, but they will also be conveyed to the DCCI and CNCCI through the DC Dimapur and the Commissioner of Police Dimapur. I don't think it will leave any ambiguity once the clarifications are issued. So just have a bit of patience. I think things will be okay. We are all a part of the government of India and work under the Indian Constitution. I think it is very appropriate that we follow the law of the land, and the law of the land applies equally to everybody. Everybody who is a resident of India, to him the law applies. Ceasefire ground rules are abundantly clear on a lot of issues like the camps. So the cadres will not move out of the camps; they will remain confined to the camps. I don't think there is anything explicit in the ceasefire ground rules which permits them to commit extortions. Okay, so if there is no explicit permission to commit extortion, we will take it that it is a violation of the law and of the land, and it will be dealt with accordingly. See, a crime is a crime, whether it is by a policeman or by anyone. If there is, please, like, generalized statements generally are not good. If there is any specific information about any of our personnel being involved in any crime under the law of the land, please let us know.
Yeah.
We will definitely take action, and we don't want black sheep in our backyards. 100% we assure you of action. But again, it is the same thing. People have to share that information with us. Please share us the name of the person is possible, or the place where the incident took place, what happened, why did it take place. So if you share information with us, we will ensure that action is initiated against those people. Again, using this platform, sir, if I can make an appeal to police personnel, please try to ensure that don't bring a bad name to the police department.
Yeah.
And it is also a warning in the presence of the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister that if you do it, we will not have any mercy on you.
Our police will continue checking extortions. The main problem our Nagaland State Police and Security and authorities having is that public, they never come out, they never report to the police. Even those more than 85 apprehended are filed by police Somoto. So they should not be scared to report to the authority. Their identity will never and not be disclosed. It will be kept confidential. But till today, nobody has come forward complaining against a particular group. So this is the problem we are facing. So for this, we are also going to work out how to. It is not taxation now. Please don't say taxation. Taxation too, it is the duty of the government to take tax. They are all extortionists. They are all extortion. So some of our media, they used to say taxation. No, it is purely extortion.
The issues of extortion and law and order are not being addressed. They are being addressed continuously. However, as you are all aware that because of the difficult situation in Nagaland and the ceasefire ground rules being implemented by a different entity, there is some room for confusion among the people, the security forces, and also the different factions on various issues. So, keeping in mind all these things, we had sought clarification from the chairman of the Ceasefire Monitoring Group and Ceasefire Supervisory Board, who has clarified unambiguously that the activities being undertaken by these factions are all illegal activities. He has also advised the factions to abide strictly by the ground rules of the ceasefire. Practically on the ground in Dimapur and the rest of the state, we have enough troops. Some amount of problem is there currently because some of the Nagaland police IRB battalions have been sent for duty outside the state. So there is a little bit of shortage for the time being, but we have enough troops. However, the issue is, despite initiatives from us, from Nagaland police, proactive measures from us, what happens is that the civilian population and the businessmen are not very willing to come forward with their complaints. So that hinders the action which police department can take. I can tell you that in the past 6 months, almost 85 to 90% of the cases which have been registered by Dimapur police regarding extortion are suo motu cases, which means there is no complainant per se, but the police has initiated action against the criminals. Another factor is that the civilian population is afraid that if they inform us and we catch the criminal may get bailed out and he may trouble them. So this was also, if I can take the liberty, this was also discussed during the cabinet meeting, and the police department has been asked along with the home department to prepare a roadmap of how the witnesses and the people who are associated with the police, how they can be protected and shielded. So we are also trying to improve things, but the major issue is people not reporting to us about the extortion activities. We would urge everybody in Nagaland to start trusting the Nagaland police more and start reporting to us more. I can assure you on behalf of the Nagaland government and the Nagaland police that absolute confidentiality of the persons who are giving information to the police regarding extortion or any violation of the ceasefire ground rules will be maintained. Information that you convey to us, your names and identities will be kept secret. Nobody will come to know. However, since it is information, it will be used for investigation of cases and tackling the law and order problems. All districts of Nagaland police DFs have set up anti-extortion cells, anti-extortion teams. They are working. Besides this, because Dimapur and Kohima are business centers also, the CP Dimapur and SP Dimapur also have, which is called special operation teams to handle these problems. These SOT personnel are deployed in CVs to collect information and to intervene in law and order situations and extortion situations whenever required. Again, the state government has also promised to help us with more infrastructure to improve the mobility of our police force so that the reaction time to any problem that we come to know is less. So we will work out on the requirements. Also, since you mentioned that you mentioned that if we are looking at any other methods, I don't know what you have in mind, what is other methods, but if you have any suggestions or the general public has any suggestions on what other methods can be used, anybody is most welcome to contact us either through the social media handles or personally come to our offices and share whatever ideas that you have which can help improve the law and order situation in the state. Thank you. Nagaland state and throughout the country there is a single helpline which is functional, which is 112. Anyone can report anything on that, including crimes or disasters or any problems, any request for help. In addition to that, I think most of the friends of the media, they are here. They would have attended earlier press briefings by me. You would remember that in about 7 months ago, we had launched an app, Maiden app. So it was like movement against drugs and extortion. So even before coming, firstly the footfall on that app is very low, and out of all the complaints that we have got, around 35-40 odd complaints, only one is about extortion. That is also vague. So yes, there have been complaints about drugs on that, but vague information. I can tell you for sure that if you use either that Maiden app or the 112 helpline, or a lot of us, the senior officers, we are on social media, okay, whether it is WhatsApp or Facebook or anything, even DCM is on social media. You can, if you want, anyone, any civilian in Nagaland or anywhere in the world can send us a direct message about the problem that you are facing, whether it is extortion or any other crime. We assure you that action will be taken. Your identities will be protected and preserved. Nobody will come to know. This amount of trust has to come. The public has to start trusting that information will be kept anonymous and your identities will be kept secret.